Welcome back to the Filmmaker's Formula. My name is Kevin and you're watching Guilty Wednesdays. This is where we steal a cool effect from a popular video so you can add it to your arsenal of editing techniques. So if you're new to this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button. Today we're looking to recreate the scene from the trailer SpiderMan Far From Home where Jake Gyllenhaal jumps down in a cloud of smoke. This movie is the sequel to the Spider-Man Homecoming released back in 2017. I'm super excited about Jake Gyllenhaal being chosen to play the role of Mysterio, and I can't wait to see it. The release date is July 5th. Alright, let's jump right into it. Literally. For those of you that have seen the video from last week, and if you haven't, be sure to check it out after this video, I set up a black screen. Since I already had the space and the screen, I thought why not just clip on some green cloth to it and call it a green screen, which is what I did. Something that nobody told me when I started messing around with green screens is that you have to light the green screen separately. The reason you want to do that is to create a separation between your foreground and your background. If you didn't light your background, you might still get some mileage out of your footage, but it just won't be as clean. It'll look like this.
Are you ready, kids?
To keep the footage as fresh and crisp as possible, so we can later cut out the green, we want to keep the ISO at a low number to minimize noise. Sometimes when your ISO is on auto and you're in a space that doesn't have enough light, it turns up the grain and you end up getting this really grainy footage at the end, even though you have a nice camera. Alright, where was I? Oh right, light your green screen before you light your subject. Assume the position of Jake in the trailer and simply just stand up. I mean, that's all you did, right? I did a couple takes because I didn't know which direction would turn out the best, and I suggest you do the same. Note that the camera angle is a bottom-up angle, also called a low angle shot. It's meant to make your subject look more powerful, and it's also what they used in the trailer. Before this video turns into an exercise video for squats.
Oh my goodness, you know this one, I call it short and sweaty.
Let's head into After Effects. Normally I would use some stock footage of smoke for this part. I've mentioned some places before like Action VFX or Video Copilot, and the link for those will be in the description box below. But since the smoke in the trailer moved in a abnormal way, it was hard for me to find footage that matched that. What I ended up doing instead was taking my first crack at Blender. Once in Blender and I had an emitter, I added a quick smoke effect and changed the smoke density, changed the negative so the smoke flow. I also added a plane so I can reflect the existing light onto the subject. So added more volume, added more velocity, all that to get a ball of smoke falling from the sky. But since I already did this rendering, you won't have to. Just let me know in the comment section below if you want it, and I'll send it your way. Moving on. Once we have the footage of us standing up and the smoke, it's time to put it together. Oh wait, we also need a background. So Google a photo of a medieval ruin, something Roman, or you can just use anything you have. Picture of your backyard or your kitchen. Now click on the footage of you behind the green screen and find the chroma key option in your software. If you're on a Mac, just type in key on the help bar and you should have some options that come up. Apply the chroma key to our footage, set your picture as the backdrop, and drop our smoke on top. Then all you have to do is move things around and time your reveal for when you stand up. To make it more realistic, you can add some of the other smoke elements that I mentioned before. If you end up having an element with a black background, what you can do is change the blending mode to screen, and that should leave you with just the element. Another tip is to duplicate the smoke element that you already have and then mask out the bottom layer. Then you want to sandwich the footage of the two smoke layers you have with you in the middle. This will create depth and make it look like you're coming from within the smoke and not in front of it or behind it. A big part of selling this effect is to hide the reveal. So whether it's camera shake or smoke element, just add enough so people don't see the cut. The last thing to do is to color correct the smoke and your footage to make sure everything looks like they belong. Once you add that all up, this is what we get. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you haven't seen last week's Guilty Wednesdays, be sure to check that one out. As always, leave any questions in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. Until the next video, I'll catch you later. Take care.